I stepped into marriage without a blueprint for what a godly husband actually looks like. My parents have been together for over 40 years, but faith and a healthy relationship just weren't modeled to me. I never once saw my dad open a Bible. I don't even think he owns one. So when it came time to lead my own family, I realized I was completely unequipped for the spiritual battle. Growing up, you think that as long as your family stays under one roof, you're getting the tools you need for fatherhood. But you can also have a stable house on the outside, but still be missing the entire spiritual foundation on the inside. For years, I did what I knew how to do. I showed up, I worked hard, and I provided. But eventually, I had to look in the mirror and face the hard truth. I was trying to guide my wife and son towards God when no one had ever shown me the way. And the truth is, a lot of us are stepping into marriage and fatherhood completely unequipped. In this video, I want to pull back the curtain on what nobody teaches adult men about catching up spiritually when your wife is already running ahead of you. In this video, I'm going to share how Ephesians 5 flipped my view of leadership and the 3 non-negotiable pillars of biblical manhood that changed the entire direction of my household. If you feel like you're providing a paycheck but failing to provide a spiritual direction, this one is for you. So, let me tell you the backstory and the why behind all of this. I met Theresa and everything started to shift. And I want to be real with you. The faith piece didn't come from me first. It came through her. She grew up in the church, she knew the word, and honestly, one of the first things that got me was hearing her sing worship. Theresa has a wonderful voice. I genuinely love hearing her sing. And there was something about it I couldn't explain. It wasn't just the music. It was like she had something I didn't, something real. But here's what nobody tells you. Coming to faith as an adult man, especially when your wife got there before you, means you have a lot of catching up to do. And for a long time, I tried to lead our family through the way I thought a man was supposed to. Providing, showing up, working hard, those things matter, they do, but I was missing the whole foundation. It wasn't until we really started pressing into our faith together that I realized something. I cannot lead what I don't understand. You can't point your family towards God if you're still figuring out where He is yourself. And here's what actually got me. Ephesians 5:25. Husbands are supposed to love their wives the way Christ loved the church. He gave Himself up for her. That's not passive. That's not just staying. That's sacrificial, intentional, daily leadership. And Joshua 24:15 says, "As for me and my home, we will serve the Lord." That's a man making a declaration. So, I had to ask myself the hard questions. Am I actually that man? Am I leading my family toward anything? So, let me tell you what actually changed and what biblical manhood looks like in practice. Here is what I've been learning, and what I believe the Bible calls every single one of us to. First, you lead through sacrifice, not control. Culture tells you being the man of the house means you call the shots. But Jesus, who had all the authority in the world, washed people's feet. He served. Biblical manhood means you're the first to lay something down, not the last one to pick up a burden. And hey, if this is resonating with you right now, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're building a community here for dads who want to stop drifting and lead their families the way God actually calls them to. And there's a lot more content coming your way. Second, you steward what God gives you, and I don't mean just money, though that's part of it. Theresa and I paid off $96,000 in debt because we decided to steward our finances the way God calls us to. But stewarding means your time, your body, your home, your family's spiritual life, all of it. You're a steward, not an owner. And that changes how we hold everything. Third, you cannot give what you haven't received. This one hit me the most. I couldn't model faith for Jacob if I wasn't actually walking in it myself. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Guard your heart because everything flows from it." Your marriage, your parenting, your leadership, it all flows from what's going on in your heart before God. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying any of this from having a place of having it all figured out. I'm also a fellow traveler. I'm still learning, but I can tell you what's happened in our family when we actually started taking this seriously. We made a 1,000-mile move from New York to Tennessee because we genuinely felt God calling us to it. We pulled Jacob out of public school to homeschool him. We made decisions that made zero sense to the people around us. And every single one of them came back to one question. What is God actually calling us to as a family? That question only gets asked when a man is leading. When he's spiritually present, not just providing a paycheck, but providing a direction. And what started happening was our whole family team started to change. The way we relate to each other changed. The way we parent Jacob changed. The way Jacob sees me changed. The way of the world for the last 100 or so years has been going one way, but Jesus said to follow the narrow road. So that's what we're doing. So, if you're watching this and nobody ever showed you what a biblical man looks like, I want you to know that doesn't disqualify you. It doesn't disqualify me. God doesn't need you to have had a perfect example. He just needs you to be willing to become one. Start reading your Bible. Start praying out loud with your wife and with your kids. Start making small decisions that point your family towards God. That's where it begins. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If this is encouraging to you in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us get this message out to more dads who need it. And I want to leave you with one question. So drop it in the comments below. Who first introduced you to faith? And how has that shaped the way you lead your family today? I genuinely love to hear your stories. There are also some other videos on the screen right now that I think you're really going to get something out of. So go check those out. Thank you so much, and God bless.